Alright, see, last time I had this shirt on, I had a video that had a weird little thing on it, but anyway. Alright, so today's video is something brand new from Native Instruments. It's called Low End Strings, and it's also in conjunction with 10 Phantom Rooms. I played around with it for a bit, and I wouldn't necessarily call it straight strings. It is like a hybrid. We're gonna get into all that information in the video. So you guys lock in, stay tuned. Low End Strings is a hybrid string orchestra. Like I said before, it is the lowest playable octaves on the actual string orchestra. So imagine taking heavily processed sounds through the lowest modern and vintage gear that you can think of, and then running in and process it through that. It also combines and blends with 4 instruments, and it also has low hybrid strengths with rumbling basses and deep modern organic pads. Now, if you think about the other string instruments that they have, like action strings and stuff like that, there's nothing like that at all. As a matter of fact, it has a very Matrix Neo feel to it. So I do like the way the GUI is designed, because as I was playing with it, I kind of got a movie feel, right? So it gives you that cinematic feel of when you're actually making music. So to be honest with you, I won't be using it all the time. And of course, I did make a beat with it, but let's go ahead and bring up the actual GUI now. Here is the GUI. Like I said, gives you that Matrix feel. And on the front part of it, you have the 4 layers in which you can stack. This does have a little bit of processing power, so make sure that your computer is, pretty decent. And once you play through the layers, you can switch out any of the categories. So the categories that they have is noises, others, strings, synth, and subs. And you also have 4 channels of those presets in which you can manipulate, because again, this has 4 layers. So each layer within itself, you can go and change presets. Also, it has the fun little dice in which you can go and manipulate the dice and change things out. On the sides right here where you see A, B, and C, these right here are where you can manipulate your mod wheel settings as you're playing with the actual strings. And you can actually go and change, let's put it on a filter just to play with it. And every time you play or move the mod wheel, then it's going to manipulate based off the preset that you have. Now, back in the right hand corner, you have your actual tabs for being inside of Low End Strings. So this is the main screen. You have a mixer where you can go, and then within each channel, you can go and pan it. You can add more space to it, add more echo, and you can turn on dirt. Next over to that, you have an edit source or edit tab, and you have different sources in which you can change, filters in which you can change different types. So you can go from the LP4 to a Vowel A. You can manipulate the pitches. So let's see here. You can change the random start, change your velocity cutoffs, your velocity to your volumes, your cutoff for your filters, and of course you have your ADSRs on the right hand side for your envelopes and your filters. The last tab, which is the funnest tab I think for this, is the animate tab. And within that, you actually have presets in which you can start off with. You can also go and add an LFO. And if you wanted to do what they call a drift LFO, you add different speeds and intensities to that, and you can pick which destinations all of those go to. On the right hand side, you have a retrigger and a sync, and you have different wave forms in which you can pick the waveforms to sound. So that's pretty much, the gist of the actual instrument. But again, they have different basses for presets, different snapshots, different pads, different effects, and the solo sustain. So I did play around with the solo sustain. I did, of course, do a beat to it. So let's check out this beat, and I promise you, this beat is like that. Check out the beat. So if you guys like this video, please don't forget to drop down and leave a like, a comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about the new low end strings. I think it's all right. You know, it's pretty decent. But definitely also don't forget, if you guys do decide that you want to get this, drop down to the link in the description. Support your boy. Costs you nothing, and it definitely helps out the channel. I know they say that all the time, but it actually kind of do. The kickback does help. So definitely appreciate all the support. Thank you so much for coming through and checking out the channel and for showing love. And once again, you guys already know who it is. It is your boy Thesis. Peace.